All right, everybody, what you're looking at right now is this beautiful, beautiful fountain that goes off every hour on the hour. We are in Fountain Hills, Arizona, a beautiful, beautiful community, a little bit of ways from where I'm at, but there's a beautiful arts and crafts festival. Go ahead and throw it over there, huh? So you can see, we've been walking around this really nice arts and crafts festival. And, you know, we're wearing our t-shirts and we're having a good time. And honestly, we're selling books. That's what we're doing. Walking around, we got a cart full of books and we're just walking around and we're having a good time. And we're selling some books. So I just wanted to make a brief video, nothing too long, you know, just a few minutes. But I just wanted to thank everybody for all their support, of course. Want everyone to know that you can still get the book. The digital copy has been reduced to $12.99. So if you want to get a digital copy, now's the time to do it. You can get a couple of digital copies, send them to your friends. If you got some liberals in your life that you need to wake up, this is a good way to do it. But we all know that what I put in here makes what's happening in Washington permanent. That's why I called it permanent freedom, creating permanent freedom. And everything that's happening, we have to figure out how to make permanent. And I think we can. You got to understand, folks, we are on the precipice right now of generational majority. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's pretty simple. If President Trump somehow pulls this off, creates an external revenue service and takes in millions and billions of dollars in tariff money, we won't have to pay income tax anymore. He wants to shut down the IRS. Do you understand what that means? Could you imagine if before the election, not only do we get $5,000 checks, but then there's no IRS? What are Democrats gonna run on? Vote for us, we'll bring back the IRS and tax you to death? That ain't gonna work, right? So this is like generational change. And so we've got to keep our eye on the prize, and the prize is 2026, because we've got to make sure that these temporary gains are going to be permanent gains. That's what's so important. But we all know that Kash Patel has now been confirmed, thank goodness. He's already done some things on day one. He transferred over 500 people to Huntsville, Alabama. And he said, when he was put in position, he said, I'm gonna let the cops be cops. Go be cops. You don't need to be hanging around in Washington, D.C. with all the money and the corruption and the power and the greed and all the other garbage. Go out there and become cops. And that's what he's doing. I've also heard that they're gonna cut another 3,700 FBI personnel, probably not agents themselves, but personnel, you know, the fat, basically. And so I also heard Hegseth is nowhere near done at the Pentagon. They're going to be cutting thousands upon thousands more. And then, of course, the CIA is also cutting more and more and more people. So this Doge thing has really been just an incredible awakening for everyone, not just people on the right that knew about the fraud and the waste and the abuse, but to the people in the middle or the people that don't pay attention. All of a sudden they're hearing all this stuff and they're going, wow, I can't believe my government has been that corrupt and for that long. So this is wonderful, but now we need to make sure that two things happen. Number one, three things happen actually. Number one, we've got to make sure that the Doge cuts not only happen, but become permanent, right? I always say we don't want to do political whack-a-mole, right? 4 years later, somebody comes in, erases everything Trump did, Trump erased Biden stuff. We don't need that. We need permanent solutions, permanent freedom, which is what I put here in the book. But everything that's happening, it's just gonna get better and better and better. But now the other thing, number two, we've got to make sure that the Trump administration cuts rebate checks. It is legal to do so. It's not an in-kind contribution. It's been used many, many times. And that's our money. That was money stolen from us. So all we're doing is reallocating our own money back to our own pockets. There's nothing illegal about that. And he needs to do that probably 2 months before the election or a month before the election. So it's nice and fresh. Here's your $5,000, vote for Republicans. And like I said, if we can get rid of the IRS, oh my goodness. We're not talking about winning 1 election or 2 elections. We're talking about generational majority control. But we've got to do the work. We've got to win the House, and we've got to make sure that we hold all of these cuts accountable and permanent. It has to be permanent. And so I've already got my eye on 2026. Scott Pressler's got his eye on 2026. He's working New Jersey right now. He's still got his people in Pennsylvania. He's still registering people in Pennsylvania and in the 7 swing states. So we are on the offense. And like I said before, what we witnessed was a shock and awe campaign, right? Let's face it, that's what it was. It was, let's hit them fast, let's hit them hard. But remember, revenge could be really nasty in the future if we don't win and get these things done permanently. Because President Trump came in knowing what to do and how to do it and how to exercise it, and he caught everybody off guard. We knew he was going to do some great things, but we didn't know it was going to be this great. So what I'm saying is the left is going to be galvanized. They're going to do whatever they can. And if you think voter fraud was bad in 2020, if we don't get election integrity laws passed, then it's going to make it look like child's play. Okay? So yes, we're winning. Yes, things are great. Yes, things are phenomenal. And we're getting our country back. But right now, I hate to say it, it is only temporary. It is AstroTurf. We need to make it permanent. That is what I'm going to concentrate on doing. Thank you all. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.